Right now at 11, the clock is ticking down when it comes to contract negotiations between General Motors and the United Auto Workers Union. I'll have those details live coming up.
And Bills fans here and the ones who showed up downstate are celebrating another win tonight. We'll have a look at the highlights from Game 2 against the Giants.
It was a bit of a gloomy afternoon as the clouds and a few spotty showers rolled in. Some of that rain mainly south of Buffalo tonight. I'll let you know what the Monday morning commute will look like and the rest of the week in your forewarned forecast. News 4 at 11 starts right now.
You're watching News 4, your local news leader. Now, live from Buffalo, this is News 4 at 11.
Shortly now, General Motors employees are set to go on strike, and that includes approximately 3,000 local men and women who work at our 2 area plants. News 4's Marley Tuskus joins us live from the Tonawanda plant with the very latest. Marley?
Yeah, that's right, Erica. We've actually seen several different employees walking from that Tonawanda GM plant behind me here over to the local union headquarters, which is located directly next door, some of which even carrying picket signs. But even with that being said, it still has been generally pretty quiet here outside of the plant. But that could, of course, change within the next hour or so, though, if GM and the United Auto Workers Union do not reach contract negotiations by midnight. That's when the UAW has voted to go on strike.
We think this offer is very sound and strong with investments and job creation.
That was General Motors Executive Vice President Gerald Johnson, who says the company is happy with the contract extension presented to employees. But the United Auto Workers Union says it's not enough. In a unanimous vote, union leaders moved to walk out just before midnight tonight until their demands are met. This will affect nearly 49,000 GM employees on a national level, including about 3,000 locally at the Tonawanda and Lockport plants.
These UAW members, not so long ago, helped save a company that many people didn't think was going to survive. They stood up for that company. And now they want that company to stand up for them at the table.
In a statement from the UAW, the union is asking for fair wages, affordable health care, and job security.
We believe that we presented a strong offer to the UAW. Inside that offer is over $7 billion of investment in plants and new product programs that also impact 5,400 jobs, new or created. Inside our package, we've also offered wage increases and or lump sum increases over the life of this contract.
Politicians are also speaking out on the strike. In a tweet, President Trump called on GM and UAW to come together and make a deal. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz also tweeted commending GM for its commitment to the area, but says he stands with local UAW employees. And State Senator Tim Kennedy also called on the company to do right by its workers.
We would ask that the GM Corporation get to the table as quickly as possible, resolve these issues with the workers, put the workers back to work, but pay them a fair wage and give them the benefits that they rightfully deserve.
Union leaders have said the 2 sides are still very far apart in contract negotiations. And while it is possible the 2 groups could reach an agreement within the next hour or so by that midnight deadline, a UAW spokesperson says that's very unlikely. As for now, reporting live outside of the Tonawanda General Motors plant, Marley Tuskus, News 4.
The Bills are celebrating their 2nd win of the season, beating the Giants down at MetLife Stadium. News 4's Jenna Harner joins us with a look at the highlights. And Jenna, they are highlights.
They are. And Erica, it was actually kind of funny. After the game, Josh Allen said coming back to MetLife for their 2nd straight road game felt normal to the team. So naturally, they were looking to do what they did last week, which was leave MetLife with a win. And they did just that. But the Giants started things off with a score on the opening drive. No fear, though. Josh Allen to the rescue. This may have been one of his best complete performances of his career. He's athletic and shows it as he takes it into the end zone to tie things up. To the 2nd quarter now, Devin Singletary, they call him Motor for a reason. He's hustling 14 yards for his first career NFL touchdown. He'd leave the game late, though, due to a hamstring injury, so we'll keep an eye on that for you this week. The 3rd rushing score, it belonged to Frank Gore. He runs over a Giant on his way into the end zone. Yeah, don't want to be on the other end of that, that's for sure. Bills win their 2nd straight game, 28-14. Here's Josh Allen after the game.
It felt good. Our offense established a line very early, being able to get the running game going. Frank and Motor had some good runs there. We got our open in the passing game, made some plays. There's a few plays that I left out there, and those are the ones that I got to make. So go back, lots to learn from this one. But overall, proud of the guys, how they competed today, how they executed, how we kind of finished the game there.
Not a bad day for Allen. He finished with 253 yards, a rushing and a passing touchdown, and no turnovers. You'll hear more from him and the rest of the team about responding to the Giants' fourth quarter touchdown coming up in sports in just a little bit. In the studio, Jenna Harner, News 4 Sports.
Thank you, Jenna. A man is charged with DWI after a fatal crash early this morning. It happened around 5:30 on Southwestern Boulevard in West Seneca. 4 people were involved in the one-car crash. A woman died at the scene, and the other 3 people in the car were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The driver was arrested at the hospital. The crash is under investigation, and none of their names have been released yet. We are learning more about an arrest that left 6 police officers injured last night. 28-year-old LaQuinn Townsell King is charged with several crimes, including possession of a loaded weapon and resisting arrest. Buffalo police arrested him during a fight on Ontario Street. Police say all of the officers are expected to recover. And a 21-year-old man is fighting for his life after he was struck by a car early this morning in Niagara Falls. It happened just before 12:30 on Walnut Avenue. Police say the driver was heading west on Walnut when he swerved to avoid the man who was in the road, but the car still struck him and 2 trees. The pedestrian was taken to ECMC for treatment. The crash is under investigation. Well, Governor Andrew Cuomo is taking executive action to push a statewide ban on the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. This comes after several vaping-related deaths have happened across the U.S. Cuomo announced today that the state health commissioner will make a recommendation to the State Public Health and Health Planning Council to issue emergency regulations that will go into effect immediately as another step toward combating youth vaping.
68% of the use are flavored products. And the flavored products are highly attractive to young people. Names like bubble gum, cotton candy, Captain Crunch, which was my favorite. These are obviously targeted to young people.
The ban would not impact tobacco and menthol-flavored e-cigarettes, but Cuomo says that could change. New York State is again lashing out at the Seneca Nation for the condition of the thruway that runs through the territory. The 2 groups have long had a feud over who is responsible for moving forward with plans to repave the 5-mile stretch of the 90. Today, the Thruway Authority issued a statement blaming the Senecas for not granting the state permission to make repairs. The statement says in part that the stalemate creates a safety risk for drivers and that, quote, all you have to do is grant us permission and let us fix this stretch of road, just like we fixed the other 500 miles of the Thruway. The Seneca Nation shot back, saying the Thruway often canceled and rescheduled meetings. They wrote, in part, if the state is finally ready to take its obligation to public safety seriously, to address the many transportation-related issues that exist on Seneca territory, the nation remains ready to have that dialogue. Well, gloomy weather will make way for summer-like temperatures this week. Andrew Baglini has the good news for those of you who are fans of the warmth. Andrew?
Yeah, we'll have a whole lot of it. Really starting Tuesday, I'd say, lasting through the rest of the week. So for the fall fans out there, this is not your week, unfortunately. For the summer fans, enjoy it while it lasts. But for the fall fans out there, tomorrow's still kind of in your ballpark. We're going to be a little bit gloomy to start things off, and that should keep temperatures in check. Downtown Buffalo, dry at this point. We did have a few spotty showers that drifted through the area earlier this afternoon. Most of those showers are now focused in the southern tier. So take a look at the radar. We will see some moisture thinning out overnight, so those showers just become spottier and spottier. Waking up tomorrow morning to little more than patchy drizzle at times. There's a better chance at a few showers, mainly in the southern tier, but a lot of spots will actually be rain-free tomorrow morning. So it's a bit of of a slow start, a little bit gloomy, but I don't expect any weather that really slows you down for that morning drive. So you should be good to go. Maybe just a light rain jacket for the kids as well. But as those showers continue to fade off to the south, we'll end the day with increasing sunshine. That's high pressure building in, and that's what's going to dominate our weather pattern really through the end of the week. Temperatures outside holding on to the 60s here in Buffalo, and we pretty much should stay that way. Low 60s around the city and the lakeshore, some 50s in the southern tier. Very little breeze. It's a pretty calm night. The breeze will pick up a little bit again tomorrow. Forewarned forecast on the Sunday night. Occasional spotty showers, mostly cloudy and calm tomorrow. A spotty shower and some cloud cover early, but we'll see increasing sunshine for the afternoon. Temperatures getting back into the low 70s around Buffalo. Coming up in your full forewarned forecast, I'll show you that very summer-like 7-day.
Thanks, Andrew. Western New York is remembering a local soldier killed overseas. Hear reaction from his family next.
You're watching News 4 at 11 with Erica Brecker and meteorologist Andrew Baglini.
The closed captioning of News 4 is sponsored by Kelvin's Furniture and Leather Gallery.